Hi guys, I'm Dave in Real Life Wrestling, and welcome to today's Break It Down NXT. Honestly, there's a lot to break down, and I'm not really concentrating on the matches, what happened on the show. We're more concentrating on NXT, Ed's home. Homecoming is next week at Full Sail, and obviously this show was basically to set all that up, if being all honest. But you know what? I'm glad at the setup because we just had shock after shock, surprise after surprise. And absolutely was excited for last night's show and super excited for next week. We started with DIY with the shocks. I mean, obviously, we're not going to talk about the matches in this video. We're just having a look at what actually went down. So DIY were in the ring. We know that they had challenged Trick Williams last week. Trick Williams is thinking of himself so highly these days, saying he is the savior and the main guy in TNA and the main guy in NXT. So, DIY challenged him to get a partner. And so he did. We got the return of Carmelo Hayes and Trick Mello are back, baby. So, we're going to see this match at Homecoming. It didn't go as easy as you may have thought, though. Carmelo Hayes had a lot to say to Trick Williams, because Trick has literally been running his mouth for weeks now about how he is outgrown Hayes and that he is the main guy in TNA, the main guy in NXT. Carmelo Hayes didn't take too kindly to that. But as soon as DIY started kind of siding with Hayes, he suddenly switched and suddenly got on the same page with Trick Williams. So we are having that match next week at Homecoming. I mean, honestly, great start. Carmelo Hayes being back in NXT. Pretty cool. And obviously a return of Trick Mello. Then we've got backstage segment. In fact, this actually happened before this in-ring segment, but we had Obafemi and Ricky Saints. They are confirmed to be on the Grayson Waller effect next week as they get ready to show down at No Mercy, which is not that far away. So that was just a nice little announcement. Then we went to the flag match, Ethan Page versus Tyven Heights. Obviously, Tyven Heights would pick up the victory here by getting the US flag. He draped the Canadian flag over Ethan Page, but then all of a sudden, the graphics changed. I mean, this was very sudden and just out of nowhere. But Tyler Breeze, Prince Pretty, showed up. And he was there with his selfie stick, and he would get into the ring and take a selfie with a fallen Ethan Page. We would find out later in the night that this is going to set up a North American title match between Ethan Page and Tyler Breeze at next week's Homecoming. I mean, this was just out of nowhere, and it's just good to see somebody from the black and gold era of NXT. I feel like we've got a lot of new era NXT stars on next week's show. It's just nice to see one of the black and gold people. Hopefully we'll get more next week. But for now, he is the only one what's from the original or Full Sail NXT crew. But it's still great to see him. We did have a video package for Jordan Grace and Blake Monroe. Blake Monroe having a bath. She was just having a bath, and we kind of see her smearing her makeup, and it looked like she was going into quite the dark place, and it's pretty much saying that she's going to take Jordan Grace to hell. I mean, I don't know exactly what this means. Are we going to get a female Hell in a Cell or something? Hell in Full Sail, as somebody mentioned in the chat last night. I mean, honestly, this is going to be interesting to see how this all breaks down. Maybe No Mercy is where this is going to happen. I mean, can't wait to see the darker side of Blake Monroe. I mean, if it's anything like a character in AEW, we're in for a treat, let me tell you. So that is super exciting. Then we got Joe Hendry appeared during the Tag Team Championship match, which was Hank and Tank taking on Dark State. Dark State would retain in that match. But, Hank and Tank were getting beaten down. I can't remember which one. It probably was Hank, but shouted out the name of Joe Hendry. And you know what? He's been coming out of cupboards. He's been coming out of fridges. But this time, he came out of the crow's nest. I mean, literally burst out of the bottom of the crow's nest. I mean, yeah, I don't know when this is going to start getting old, but Joe Hendry, you just say his name and he appears. I mean, I was having a poo, I was reading a post, and he appeared in my bathroom. I mean, it's getting out of hand now, Joe Hendry. You can't just keep showing up because we keep mentioning his name. But he's shown up a couple of times during this video. Yeah, Joe Hendry, please go home. We don't need you every time I say your name. I don't want you to appear. It's getting awkward now. Anyway, I digress. This is just going to get interesting, just to see where he is going to pop up from once you say his name in NXT. It is quite fascinating. So yeah, I thought I'd include this in this video. I mean, why not? It's a bit of fun. Then we have what is the main segment. I mean, a few people didn't like this because obviously they're not black and gold members. Well, one is. But we have the Titanic main event, the triple threat elimination tag team match for the #1 contendership. Tatum Paxley and Izzy Dane are the ones that win and will face Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss in the future. I thought that was going to be at Full Sail, but it hasn't been announced for Full Sail, so I don't know when that match is going to happen. Is that going to be at No Mercy? But whenever that is, certainly looking forward to that. But what happened after the match is the Fatal Influence just blew up, especially JC Jane. She was not happy. She wanted to have the faction dominant in the female division in NXT. She wanted all the gold, and she felt that Yasmin Neeks and Fallon Henley had certainly let her down, and she wasn't scared about expressing herself. In fact, she went on a full-on rant, which did see 2 cars actually pull up in the NXT car park. We would cut to a commercial break, and JCJ is still going off on her faction teammates during that commercial break. As we came back, finally we would see who had come in the car. I initially thought it was just Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss coming to face off with Paxley and Dane, but it wasn't. We had the return of Stephanie Vaquer. We haven't seen Stephanie Vaquer for weeks. And she was certainly pulled from that contract signing on Monday Night Raw. This is probably the reason why she was pulled from that. Yeah, she turned up at NXT last night, and she wasn't alone. In fact, we were getting close to the end of the show, but we always had a little bit of extra time for Tiffy time. Yes, Tiffany Stratton would come out. Star power, definitely. And then just to add a little bit of spice and a bit of brutality. Yes, the return of Rhea Bloody Ripley. Yeah, like I said, just before I announced who was coming back, the people were a little bit mad that there wasn't black and gold. I mean, yes, they probably could have got away with Bianca Belair. Would have been one of my first picks, to be honest. Wonder Woman! Because obviously she does represent Full Sail just as much as Rhea Ripley. And then probably Raquel Rodriguez, to be honest, would have been the trio. But if you're looking at star power, Stephanie Vaquer definitely needs more wrestling time. So I could definitely see her being at Full Sail next week. And of course, you've got Tiffany Stratton, one of the brightest stars to come away from NXT. But yeah, these two do not scream Full Sail. I'm not disappointed. I'm not angry. I just think that they could have gone a little bit more into the black and gold. Bianca Belair and Raquel Rodriguez would have made more sense. But yeah, I'm not down on it. That match is going to happen next week at Homecoming. We've got a 6-woman tag. Fatal Influence versus Vaquer, Tiffany Stratton, Rhea Ripley. Oh, next week's show is going to be amazing and unmissable. But as always, as you know, I'm going to miss it because of bloody work. But we're going to wrap up this video with some great words from a great friend of mine and everyone's favourite shucky quack, Booker T. and he just said, "I have just popped my dick." Neck. I meant neck. I don't know what he said about wrestling days and his community. He pointed this out, that he said this. I didn't hear this on the night because my volume was quite low. But apparently, this is what Booker T said as Stephanie Vaquer and the lights came out in the main event. I mean, wow. Wow. I hope he didn't say dick and he said neck. Imagine him saying, "I just popped my dick." I mean, that's probably what I'd have said. Maybe not popped, but certainly done something with. I'm only joking, I'm kidding. I think he did say popped his neck. But anyway, I totally popped for NXT last night. I gave it a 7.5. What a great little show. Yeah, I mean, some of the Javon Evans gave him a standing ovation. That match at the beginning was absolutely fire. Him and Josh Briggs did really bring the action. There was a lot of good wrestling, a lot of great little moments throughout the show. I mean, obviously, we've just talked about the surprises and the returns in this video, which rightly so, we are setting up for Homecoming next week. But yeah, honestly, NXT is probably one of the most exciting shows in WWE. I mean, this surpassed what happened on Monday Night Raw for sure. In fact, I've forgotten what happened on Monday Night Raw. What happened? Please, somebody refresh my memory. But we're looking straight ahead now for SmackDown and Worlds Collide. But yeah, NXT, so good. 7.5 is my overall score for the show. Let me know what you thought of NXT last night in the comment section below. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Do all that good stuff for me. And yeah, I certainly see you again real soon. I've been Dave in real life. You guys have been awesome. Till the next time. Bye for now.